We now have a RESTful service created using Node.js that can serve up customer data. And so from a client, we can now call into this using Ajax. So I'm going to switch focus now over to our customer's factory. And what we're going to do is use the $HTTP service provided by Angular to actually make these Ajax calls up to the service. So anytime I use parameters, I've mentioned a couple times, I'm always a little bit leery about script minification issues. So I'm going to go ahead and do an inject here. We'll say $inject, and then we'll simply give the array with the parameters that we have, which we only have one right now. All right, we're good to go there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is strip out the code we have because this doesn't work at all now. We've completely refactored this and we don't have any customers. We're going to get those. So for the first one, get customers, all I have to do is $http.get. Now, I don't know how to process the data, though, at this level. We want to hand that off to the caller, which will be the controller you'll see. So what I'm going to do is return the promise. And we're going to let the controller wire up to a success and an error callback, so it's up to them to handle any errors and to process the actual data, assuming it works okay. So for this one, we're going to say get, and then I just give it the path configured on the API side here, which would be /customers. So let's go on back to our factory. We'll add /customers, and we're ready to go for that one. Now, the one below doesn't take much more code. The only thing we have to do is pass up the parameters. So now we want to call into this one, but I need to pass the customer ID. Well, that's pretty easy to do. We can go ahead and we'll add our /, and then before we're done, we'll concatenate in customer ID, close that up, and we're all done. And that's how easy it is to get HTTP into a factory and then use it to make some GET requests up to the service. Now, we don't have a need for it here, but you could certainly also work with the other verbs, such as the put, the post, the delete. And right now we just need the GET, so we're kind of good to go, but those are always available too off of the HTTP service. All right, so now our factory is ready to go. And the next step is going to be to have the controllers call into the factory and then wire up the promise that they get back into success and error callbacks.